right, now I'm getting ready to make my soup that I love. So this is going to be, last time I mentioned about the pho noodle soup. This time I'm gonna do using udon noodles. So you see I have my Thai kitchen curry paste. I have one that hasn't been opened, and the other one is just a little in there that I will use. And so today I'm gonna use a red bell pepper, eggplant, yellow squash, some green onions, and my love bok choy here. So I'm going to use some to clean that bok choy. And over here I have some oyster mushrooms and onion. So I'm going to saute all of that. So I will be back and show you me sauteing all of these vegetables. Well, I'm going to cut them up first and then start sauteing. So, alrighty. Okay, as you can see, I've started cutting the eggplant. Some of them I left the um, skin on, and then I have some here that I cut the skin off. So I'm going to saute my eggplant. So I'm gonna cut it up. I'm letting the other one, I let it soak a little bit in some water, put some salt on there, rinsed it off, and that kind of cuts down on the bitterness. So I'm gonna cut these up. All right. Okay, as you can see, I have my squash cut up, my red bell pepper, some of my eggplant, and I have some over here with the skin on. I already have those cut up. I'm gonna rinse those again and dry them. Now I'm about to cut up my oyster mushrooms and onions. Okay, I'm about to cut my onion and my oyster mushrooms up. Getting all this little corners off of it, the part I don't want. And I'll probably do a time lapse on this so you guys won't have to sit here seeing me cut this up. So I'll probably do a time lapse on it. Alrighty. All my vegetables are all cut up now, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on my griddle pan, and I'll start throwing all of the vegetables into my my griddle pan so that I can sear these vegetables. I still need to rinse off the bok choy, and then I'll come back and cut that up. So I'm trying to show you a step by step. A lot of you all, not a lot, but a few of you all mentioned you wanted to see the step by step of how I do the pho noodle soup. The only difference this time, instead of using the pho rice noodles, I'm going to use the organic udon noodles with this. But I will be back to show you me putting all these vegetables into my pan. All right, I'll be back into my griddle pan. I'm going to show you something with the bok choy. I'm cleaning it now. I have my little colander here. So I use some apple cider vinegar and lemon. So I'm trying to clean it. Let's see what you want to get rid of. You see these little spots here? That's where you're gonna see most of the dirt on the bok choy. You know, if I can't get it, I'll get my paper towel, clean it. If it's not to my satisfaction, I'm gonna cut that part off. But I just want you to see this, and when I come back, you're gonna see how I cleaned it with the lemon, and you're not gonna see all of that. So I'll be back and show you that. But I'm going to start putting the vegetables in the on my griddle pan so they can start sauteing. To start sauteing my vegetables, I like to start with my onions first. You know, sauteing the onions. Now I normally save like the mushrooms and like the bok choy for last. Made them think got a few little mushrooms in there because I cut them all up, everything up together. Let me try to take it out somewhere. Put my onions in here. Saute those. Got a lot of onions. Put those in there. And as you can see, I'm not putting any oil on there yet. No seasonings or anything. Put my red bell pepper in there as well. And then I'm gonna also put my squash in there. And then I'll put my eggplant in there. And see, as it starts cooking, I like to put my oil on the actual vegetables. That's what I like to do. And then as they cook down, then that's when I'll season them. I'm still putting my yellow squash. And when I do my vegetables, I love for, you know, the different colors. It just does something to it for me. I feel like I'm getting all of the nutrients that I need when I see all the various colors going on. So, okay. I'm going to get my wooden spoon. Kind of mix around on that. Here I am with my wooden spoon. Oh, I made a mistake and got an eggplant in there. Oh well. A couple of them, little pieces. Oh well. That's fine. It's all gonna, like 3 or 4 pieces. They're all just gonna be getting sauteed anyway. But you know, since those are a little bit softer, I kind of like putting those in later. Normally, but hey, it doesn't hurt anything. And then also, like I said, you'll see me seasoning my my vegetables once they kind of get sauteed in the pan. And you see, I still haven't put any oil in there yet. I'm just letting them, you know, the water from the vegetables kind of cook, and then I'm gonna put some oil. And like I said, for me, when I put the oil on there, I like to put it directly. I've found that it's a bit better, a bit healthier to actually just put the oil on the vegetables instead of, you know, you cooking cooking the oil. So that's what I try to do. I try to put it like I just did. I put it directly on the vegetables. And this is already, y'all, if we had smell-o-vision, you can smell this. It's already smelling really, really good. And I don't even have any seasonings on it. It's just, you know, something about all those good vegetables. And I don't have any tofu. Normally I would try to put some tofu in here, but I don't have any. I didn't buy any. So it'll just be all vegetables today. See, that's just cooking, sauteing. And like I said, then I'll start adding, you know, as they start sauteing, I'll start adding the eggplant and the oyster mushroom. All right, I think I'm going to put this on a time lapse, let it kind of go fast and Um, so I won't be taking up so much of your time. I think I'm going to put it on a time lapse, and then I'll go and start finish cleaning off my bok choy while this is cooking for you. And then I'll come back and add the other vegetables. Okay, guys, as you can see, I'm going back over to switch over to the bok choy. I wanted to show you all me cutting up the bok choy. The last, it was like a few pieces left. So I wanted to show, give a little demonstration of how I cut up the bok choy. I've cleaned it, and here's the bok choy here. And I just, take those two and just kind of stack them up on top of each other. Like I said, they've been cleaned, and then I cut them up. Okay, you see I just put the remaining bok choy in there. And as you can see, the vegetables are sauteing very, very good there. And yeah, I just let them, I use my griddle and just let them continue to saute before I get ready to do the next step. So you see all of the vegetables sauteing beautifully here. Just wanted to show you that. Okay, guys, you see the vegetables have sauteed to my liking, and they're just looking so great here. Just, just eat them just like this. But I just wanted to show you this step and show you how I, saute them and the end result of me sauteing them. And then I'm going to get ready to show you the next step of me putting the vegetables in the pot and also making the stock. So the next step, you're going to see me with the pot, and I'll be making the stock. Okay, guys, here you're going to see me using the Thai red curry paste, and I'll start digging that out with a knife and start putting it into my pot like so, and you'll start seeing it go in there, and it's almost like I let it fry a bit, and then I'm going to put some oil in there, and then just kind of keep stirring it, and then put some hot water in there to kind of, like I said, to make the stock. And also I'm going to put some probably some coconut milk or some turmeric coconut milk. So you just see me there just digging the curry paste out of the jar there, and just putting that, and the pot is hot, it's still on, and I'm just digging that curry paste out, and to make the stock. Now here's the can. I found this coconut milk, turmeric milk. I didn't even know it existed. I use turmeric a lot, so that was great to know. And so you're going to see me pour that in there with that. And the coconut milk just does, give it an added flavor to this dish. So I'm going to put, I'm just stirring it around. You're going to probably see me put a little oil in there, and then start, like I said, it's almost like I'm frying the curry paste. See all that goodness at the bottom. And then I'm going to, putting a little hot water in there, and just still kind of, stirring it around to, to get it translucent. And then I'm going to put the coconut milk, the turmeric coconut milk in there. So yeah, just continue to stir that around. And sometimes I might put some the bottom parts of my green onions in there. It's for seasoning, and then add some seasoning to it. And then I put a sweetener in there as well, because I like it to be like a sweet and salty taste. So you see, I'm just still stirring, mixing all that up to to make my stock here. So far, I've only just put the curry paste, red curry paste. You can use red or green. The red curry paste and water, and like I said, you're gonna see me put that turmeric, that coconut milk, turmeric coconut milk in there as well. Still just stirring. Got the pot on medium to high heat, and I'm stirring around that pan, getting all that goodness out off the side of it. So I'm just stirring it around, and getting ready to put my coconut milk in there, that turmeric coconut milk in there, you'll see how it just kind of, changes it up a bit. When you first see it, it's kind of look like it's just stuck to the can. I have to dig it out with the knife, but then you're gonna start seeing some milk come out of there at the end. And yeah, so that just changes the whole dish. That adding coconut milk, and like I said, this one I found was a turmeric coconut milk, and it really made the dish awesome. So you'll start seeing me just kind of I'll start mixing that all around together. So I'm still just mixing this around together, just making sure I get everything out of the can. From the South, we have to put some hot water in there to get all that goodness out of there. We're going to get it all out. So I'm just getting everything out of the can and I'll continue to stir this dish, this stock. So I'm just still mixing it. And again, I just wanted to, give you guys a step by step of what I do to make this dish. So the pot is still hot, and I'm, just going to continue to mix this up. And then I'll be adding, my different little seasonings to the stock. And I told you guys I always use pretty much the same, add some I just put the green onions in there that I mentioned earlier. Put some of that in there. Still just getting, around the edges of the pot to, get any of the red curry paste that was left over on there. So, yeah, so I'm I'll start adding my seasonings to it. I told you guys I always use the same base seasonings, which is like Italian seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. And I think for this dish, I actually also added some ginger to it as well. So those are my staple seasonings that I pretty much use in mostly everything. So I'll just be adding that in there until I get, you just keep stirring and just keep, you'll taste it to see if it's seasoned to your liking. And like I said, then I'm going to put some agave nectar in there to give it that sweet and salty taste. That's what I'm going for. And then you're going to have that little, the nutty taste of the coconut milk. And then you see the color has changed because of the turmeric. So yeah, and you probably see me wiping, sometimes I don't know, I just have to wipe and clean. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to taste it. Of course, I just pour it out on my, in my hand. I'm not going to, eat from the spoon or anything like that. I have a little OCD about stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll probably washing my hands in the background. So right now I'm just doing a voiceover because I didn't, talk through the whole time I was making this. So just like I said, I want to give you guys a step by step of what I'm doing here. Okay, guys, I've continued to stir and got it to the seasonings to my liking. Now I'm adding the agave nectar in there, the sweetener that I mentioned to you all. So I'm adding that in there, and then I'm just going to continue to stir it and do my little taste test to see if it has that balance of the sweet and saltiness taste that I like. Like I said, it also gives it, because I use the coconut milk, it gives it, a little nutty flavor as well. So I put some more sweetener in there because it still wasn't the right balance that I like it to be. Like I said, it's to your liking. So I've made this dish so many times, so I kind of, know what I'm kind of looking for, the taste I'm talking about. It's like at the Thai restaurants, you just have that little sweet and salty taste to it. So that's what you're looking for. And sorry, I didn't do any measurements of my seasonings or the agave nectar. I just listen to my spirit and I just add as I go. So there's no measurements with the seasonings and all of that. So I'm still putting a little more seasoning in there. I told you guys my staple seasonings that I always use in everything. So I'm still just, looking for that balance before I put the rest of my vegetables in there, that balance of the sweet and salty. And it's still not there. You see, I'm still adding agave nectar to it. So I'm, stirring to see if I can, get that sweet and salty taste that I'm looking for. And a lot of times with these soups, you know, the next day, all the seasonings have set and it's just, you know, awesome the next day. So yes, I'm still just stirring. Like I said, trying to get that balance of the, you know, sweet and saltiness that I'm looking for. So just going to keep stirring to see if I've, you know, garnered that taste that I'm looking for before I put my vegetables in there and let the vegetables kind of sit and also add to the seasonings of the pot and, you know, have all that just cooking together. So I'm still there, you know, trying to make sure I get that balance that I'm looking for. So okay, so now it's time to put my vegetables in. I have that taste that I was looking for, the sweet and salty. Now I'm getting in the griddle pan and emptying out all of those beautiful vegetables, the eggplant, the oyster mushrooms, the red and green bell peppers, the not green bell peppers, the red bell pepper, and the yellow squash. So yes, I even sometimes put some water in that little griddle pan just to get all of that goodness at the bottom. Yeah, so you're gonna see me, you know, there I am with the water. Like I said, I don't want to leave any of the goodness in the pan, so I put that all into my stock, into my soup there. So just gonna put all of that in there. You know, adding all of that goodness back in. You see, I'm just taking it to the bridge. I'm trying to get it all out. So, and then I just continue to stir those vegetables around before I put the bok choy. Normally I leave some loose bok choy out to probably maybe 9 or 10, just the whole piece of baby bok choy, and I just kind of put that on top and let that, you know, cook a bit. Because I just like eating the whole baby bok choy in my soup. That's just me. I know some people like to cut it up. And you saw I did cut up some pieces, and, you know, a lot of it, the bottoms, and cut that up in there and sauteed that. But I like to just have the whole baby bok choy when I'm, you know, in my soup when I'm eating it. I just like to eat the whole baby bok choy. So you're going to see me put that in there and let that cook, you know, for a few more minutes. So yeah, so pretty much it's done now, you know, guys, the soup, because, you know, I've already sauteed the vegetables. The stock is done. So now I'm just putting that last little, the whole baby bok choy in there so that can cook and, you know, cook with the vegetables and the stock. I don't put any more seasonings in there. You're going to see me stir this around, put the lid on the top, and then let that cook for maybe 2 to 3 more minutes. And then I'll just turn it off. I'll turn it off, and then, you know, it'll still be cooking because the eye is still hot. So that's what I like to do. So you see me, I'm just now, like I said, I'm stirring those, that baby bok choy in there so it can, you know, get drenched in all of that goodness with the vegetables and the stock. So like I said, I'm not going to put any more seasonings in there. I'm good to go. I just, you know, want to saturate the baby bok choy in the other vegetables and the stock. So you'll just, you know, continue to see that going on here. Okay, here you're going to see I'm just going to continue to put my lid on and saturate the noodles have been saturated and everything. So I'm going to let that lid stay on there for a few more minutes, and then I'll come back and show you guys, you know, what it's doing after I've allowed it to cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'll come back and show you what it's looking like. Okay, just want to let you see what the soup is looking like. Looking good. Probably let it cook another 3-4 minutes, so I can have. I want my bok choy to be a little more tender. It depends on you. So you cook it for as long as you think, you know, how your desired level of tenderness. So I like mine just a little bit more tender, but I might just go ahead and turn it off. I'm gonna turn it off probably in about another 2 minutes. And that way it'll still be cooking on the stove because the stove is still hot. So it'll still be cooking there. So I think I might just go ahead and turn my eye on off. And I want to show you also over on the side, I just put my my udon noodles in some hot boiling water on the side here. So I just, you know, put the noodles in here, and I'll come back and show you once they finish. Here's my udon noodles in the some water, some hot water. I have some stock in there cooking with it. Then I'll probably put some, I'm gonna put some turmeric on there. See, they were all kind of stuck together. They were kind of like, you know, vacuumed. It was two little sections vacuumed in this little bag here, organic udon noodles. They're fully cooked vegan noodles, so basically, you know, you're just getting them and kind of pretty much just warming them up. So I had some hot water boiling, and then I just stuck the noodles in there, and then like I told you, I'm gonna put some you know, probably some green onions in here, and then also some turmeric in here to turn it yellow. I just, you know, I just love turmeric, making the colors different and things like that. So these are pretty much ready. So like I said, I'm just going to put it in the colander. I'm gonna throw some green onions on there to garnish it. And also I'm going to probably put some green onions on the one that's cooking the, yeah, I'll throw some green onions on that, on my soup. And I'm going to put some turmeric in there. Then I'm going to pour this water off on my colander. I can turn this eye off because the eye is still hot. So, like I said, they're fully cooked vegan noodles. So put that turmeric in there to turn it yellow. So I got my green onions in there, and everything is pretty much done, guys. You see, it didn't take me that long to, you know, just a matter of chopping up your vegetables and sauteing them. You know, getting your stock together for your soup, putting all that goodness in there, coming together, making sure the seasonings like you like it. And I'm gonna plate it up, you know, put it on the, well, not plate, you know, put it on in a bowl and have a little bit, and so you can just, you know, see how it actually, hear rather, and see how it turned out once I plate it up and how it tastes. All right. Now I probably put a little, I might put a little salt on these noodles. I might, or I may not, because I might just pour some liquid amino on there. And so liquid amino or soy sauce. Liquid amino, I think I used soy sauce earlier, and I thought I used liquid amino. Liquid amino is basically just an alternative to soy sauce, because, you know, soy sauce has so much sodium in it. It's high in sodium, so I normally use the alternative, which is liquid amino. Okay, guys, I'm done. Here's my soup. It's beautiful. So I'm going to get me some of this good soup. Get me a little bowl, well, probably a big bowl. I think I'm gonna get a smaller bowl just to you know, let you see how it tastes. I'll get a smaller bowl because I gotta run out in a few. So I'm gonna get. So you got all my little vegetables here. So I gotta get my bok choy in there. And then what I did was I left my noodles in, I left my noodles so they wouldn't get dry, because I don't like when they get like dry. And I just took it off the stove, the eye that was hot. And see, I'm gonna put the noodles on here. Yes, like that. And then I'm just gonna garnish it with some green onions, because I love to put green onions on everything. And then I'm gonna, you know what? Like I said, you know, I'm into the different colors and stuff. So I'm going to put some paprika on there. just to give it some color, some more color. And then here you are. So I'm gonna take this over and let you see, let you hear me and see me tasting it. Okay guys, here's the final product. I'm gonna have some rice, kimchi, and my soup with my udon noodles. So I'm gonna let you know how it tastes. Okay, so I'm going to try everything. Here's the udon noodle soup with the eggplant and bok choy and all that good stuff in there. Let's see. I put some sriracha on top. Mmm, 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 mmm. Woo! When you hear that sound, guys, that means it's good. Mmm, mmm, mmm. The only thing I'm missing is some my chopsticks. I can't find them. And I like to eat the kimchi with my rice. So that's good. I'm dropping stuff. But yep, I'm just missing my chopsticks. All right. I hope you try this recipe, and I hope, PC, I hope this gives you a good step-by-step. Let me know if you need anything else. And to you too, I think a squid game or something like that. You asked about a step-by-step. So I hope you guys try this recipe and let me know how it works out for you. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye.